Start
what
recording.
are you doing with that?
So that we can record. Craziness.
Burn the witch.
Did I? I did read Penny Arcade today. Okay. Sorry,
That
YouTube
only
listeners.
comes out on Mondays.
We've used up all of our nonsense in the pre-show, so be sure to join the Discord, not the Discord, the Patreon. There we go.
Yeah.
To in 6 months when I get around to posting it. I got all caught up and then immediately fell behind again. I'm the worst.
Oh man.
But yeah, to listen to all of that, it went into a lot of places. Some of which are current events, which, I'm sure you could figure out what that's about. All right, then. That's probably... Hold on. Oh, that's been a minute. Here we go. Let's do a thing. Ow, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome to Manapool. Manapool does whatever a Manapool does. I'm sorry.
Didn't think that one out, huh?
I did not. No, it came to me right there. I'm like, oh, I don't have a thing for the beginning. Just go for the Spider-Man theme. All right.
I like it.
Thank you.
It was worth a shot.
What have I told you about patronizing me? Do it more often.
Join to get access to the pre-show and post-show odds and ends.
What? Oh my God.
In the first panel, we have Chewy. He's the boss guy.
So yeah, I'm Chewy. I'm Chewy. The other dorks are here. Dorks, make it quick.
Hey, I'm Brian. I'm here to talk as well.
Hey, I'm Mike. I'm also here to discuss.
Hey, I'm Dirk. I'm here to elaborate.
Ooh.
Ooh, we could stop, elaborate, and listen, but that's not how that goes. What song was that? Which one was Stop, Collaborate, Listen?
The Manapool?
What? Oh my God.
Manapool. Gonna stop, listen, elaborate.
You don't want Coolio to sue you, do you? Just stop.
No, that was last episode.
I know. I was doing a callback. Like in episode 531.
Oh, that was Ice Ice Baby? Wow, I never give Rob Van Winkle enough credit for using a word like collaborate. That's Vanilla Ice's actual name. In case anyone's like, what?
I figured you just couldn't remember which Vanilla Ice song it was, and then when you said that, I'm like, wait, what was the other Vanilla Ice song? Oh
It was totally Go Ninja Go.
I was gonna say that's the other one. Okay, anyway, so right, yeah, we're here to talk about. Okay, so Wizards. We've talked about this before. Wizards got the Spider-Man license, and they were like sick, and they told us we're making a Spider-Man set, and we all went sick. That's awesome. Nice. Those of us who don't mind the universes beyond stuff. I still mind that they're standard legal, but that's neither here nor there. What they didn't tell us at the time when they announced the set was that they only got the rights to Spider-Man in print. Because Marvel Snap is the official Marvel digital card game, and I guess the rights to do a Spider-Man set did not extend to infringe on Marvel Snap's digital rights. I guess that's pure speculation, but that's almost certainly what happened. Or it could be that they've said that definitely. I neither know nor care. This is not a news podcast.
Yeah.
So they said, don't worry, we're still going to print all the cards on Arena. They're just going to be de-Marvelified. But they didn't tell us that for a while. Like, the initial hype was just Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And then later they're like, oh yeah, by the way, that's not on Arena. And I'm pretty sure that for them to have, gotten all of the art and whatnot ready, unless they just had all of this art involving spider people just laying around, that they had to have known this the whole time. Like, I don't think Wizards of the Coast, like, sent them a message, like, a year into development and going, hey, by the way, we can't do that.
Or maybe
Yeah,
they didn't have a very good lawyer who didn't read all the fine print.
I mean, given all the other shortcuts that Wizards corporate makes, that would not surprise. What? So, what we're gonna do on this episode, we're gonna talk about the mechanics in the Spider-Man set as usual, and then we're gonna do something different for bouncing around the card image gallery, which I'm gonna try to have both versions, the Spidey and non-Spidey version, on the screen at the same time. It will be a large pain, but I'm doing it so that people that play on Arena and people that play not in Arena, won't feel left out.
Mm-hmm.
Because unlike Wizards of the Coast, I love you. So, now for anyone just listening to this, you're like, okay. But for those of you watching, it's going to be great. It's also not very pretty. It's very quick and dirty, just like the way Wizards got the rights to Spider-Man. So let's
Sick burn.
sickest of burns. So let's get to the mechanics article. Yay. So first up is web slinging, right? We don't have anything else to do, right? We're just diving right in.
Diving right in.
Yeah.
We're going to do a thwip and jump right in.
Ah, I see what you did there. So the first mechanic here is web slinging, which is funny because Spider-Man. Web slinging is... I actually have never read a card with web slinging. This is a first for me. I was like, oh, it's an alternate cost. Not quite. So it is an alternate way, an alternate cost, essentially. An alternate way to put the card into play. So Spider-Man Web Slinger, which is there's a common Spider-Man card. So Pauper Commander is just having a heyday with this set. But for 2 and a white is a 3/3 legendary Spider-Human hero. There's a lot of Spider-Human hero, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a 3/3 for 3 vanilla creature. Awesome. But it has web slinging for a single white. And it's the reminder text says the rules text. You may cast... I was right the first time, wasn't I?
Yeah, this is
right.
reminder.
Yeah, reminder
text.
Web slinging white is the rules text. You may cast the spell for a white if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand.
So what this kind of feels like is it feels a little bit like ninjutsu.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
web slinging does not put the creature onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. So it also does not ignore timing rules. So you can't do this mid-combat unless Spider-Man Web Slinger were to somehow also have Flash.
Yeah. But it is a way to swap out a creature that is done for the turn, essentially.
Right.
And for cheap.
Yeah. You play. Let's say you play a 1-drop on turn 1. You then go next turn. You attack with it. You deal your damage, and after combat, you switch it out for a 3/3.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always just play this card for its normal cost if you just don't have a tapped creature.
Yeah. Or if you don't have 3 mana or whatever. Or wait, if you do have 3 mana. There we go.
3 mana.
Yes.
Shut up, Chewy. If you don't have 1 mana but you do have 3. Checkmate, globe heads.
So of course it's going to be a little more difficult with this one because it's mono white, but there's going to be some cool interplay between web slinging, and mana dorks.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Because something like, Llanowar Elf, tap for a green, web sling, get a discount on this web slingy thing, and use the green mana I just made.
That's cool. That seems straightforward, but I did not make that connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a buy now, pay later type of thing.
Yeah.
Because then you've got a mana dork in your hand that you can't use next turn, but presumably you've traded it out for something better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if that was your whole plan, then you're not too sad about that.
Exactly, yeah. And Chifuji pointed out that this is a cast, so it cards that care about things being cast care about web slinging.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's true.
like it seems obvious, but we should point out it doesn't matter why the creature's tapped. It could be crewing something or stationing something, or it could
Right.
be
Yes.
it could be
tapped
driving a
with
car
3
or
stun
riding a
counters
horse.
on it. Yeah.
What was that?
It could be tapped with multiple stun counters on it, and you
Yeah.
get rid of them all.
Your opponent could have used his Icy Manipulator to tap it down before you attacked, so you didn't get to attack with it. So, ha! Sorry, I went 1996 there. My bad.
And again, this is pretty basic, but I think we've been trained with ninjutsu and other things to think this way. The creature with web slinging does not enter the battlefield tapped. It's untapped. It's
Yeah,
Good
it's
to go.
fresh. You're casting it.
yeah. Yep. Again, straightforward, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of nuance to it because it's so simple. You can use it for lots of cool stuff.
yep.
It's all right. Let's go to the next one. This seems like a mic thing.
Yeah. I like it. So this next one is Mayhem. It's a take on Madness that in some way makes it a little less awkward. So Mayhem says Mayhem cards cards with Mayhem have a special Mayhem cost, and you can use that cost to cast the card from your graveyard if you've discarded it this turn. So, and again, you still need to abide by normal timing rules.
Yeah.
The example here is another common card, Electro's Bolt. Normally, it's a sorcery that costs 2 in a red and deals 4 damage to target creature, but it has a Mayhem cost of 1 in a red. So, if you discard it for any reason, at any point later in your turn, at any time you could normally cast it, you can cast it for that Mayhem cost of just 1 in a red.
Yeah, that's
The difference with this and Madness is Madness has an alternate casting cost at the moment the card is discarded.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This gives you more options, and as everybody knows, more options, more better,
Or better, yeah.
because you
Gives
don't
you more
have to
options.
cast it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you more options, and it takes away, the kind of awkward balancing things that you would have to make with Madness, where if it's possible that it could be happening at instant speed, you got to take that into consideration with what cost you
Right.
put on a Madness creature or a Madness sorcery.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now they can just be balanced as they are, the types that they have, because they don't have to worry about them being cast at completely unexpected times.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it is a. I don't want to say fixed Madness, because Madness wasn't exactly broken, but it was kind of broken.
And I do like that this
Ours
is
one
more.
others.
I like that this is more themed toward the villains. So
Oh, is it? That's cool.
well, I mean, it's Mayhem, so
I mean, that's fair, yeah. Okay, then we got Connive. Oh, Connive is old. I don't remember
Connive
Connive
is
at
old.
all.
It's returning from New Capenna. It's because this is, the time period when you weren't playing, really.
Dirk likes
What-
putting +1/+1
We're
counters on
always in the
things.
time period when I'm not playing.
Well, even more so in recent years.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the creature that Connive is on is Mechanical Mobster. It's a 3 mana cost artifact creature, human robot villain. That's a 2/1. And it says, when this creature enters, exile up to 1 target creature from a graveyard. Target creature you control connives. And the reminder text says, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature.
On that creature, the creature that connives. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you also exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. It does not have to be a creature, but because I think you said exile target creature from a graveyard. But
Discard
yeah.
a non-land card.
So when a creature connives, because you must have a creature for that creature to connive, you draw a card, discard a card, and if that card is anything but a land, that creature gets a +1/+1 counter. And because it's a counter, it does not go away at the end of turn. I am not familiar with this character.
Silvermane. Yeah, he's he's a mobster in a cyborg body, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, he was very old and got a cyborg body so he could keep being conniving. But he's only a 2/1, so it's not like he's all that. But yeah, connive is strange.
Connive is returning. The next mechanic is also returning, but there's a little bit of a twist here. So at this point, ever since original Innistrad, we've seen cards that transform. We've also seen modal cards, like there's been cycles of lands where, I think they're the pathways, where one side is a forest, the other side is an island. So when you play it, you pick one, and that's the one that you get. Lets you fix your mana that way. This set has a cycle. I think there's one per color, but we'll check it out later to make sure I'm not wrong, where they are modal, so you can choose which side you want to start with, but the monocolored side, which represents a person's like secret identity, their day-to-day face, has a transformability that flips them over into their hero or villain persona. So it is double face cards that are modal, meaning you can pick the front side or the back side when you cast it, but one side can transform into the other. So if you're with me so far, the example is the red card, Gwen Stacy. For 1 and a red, she's a legendary human performer hero. Notice on this side, she's not a spider. She's a 2/1. Is that mythic or is that rare?
Mythic.
That is mythic.
Mythic.
You
Okay.
can also see the M in the lower left corner near the code.
Ah, thank you. When Gwen Stacy enters, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as you control this creature, which means this card as long as it's on the field and it doesn't get bounced or whatever. We've seen this sort of like pseudo draw from red before. This whole, hey, it's exiled and you can play it later. She has the ability to pay 2, a blue, a red, and a white. What is that, Jeskai?
Yes.
That's Jeskai. To transform Gwen Stacy, activate only as a sorcery. So you're going to flip her over into Ghost Spider, which, as a note, the mana cost of Ghost Spider is 2, a blue, a red, and a white. So you can just play that if you draw her later in the game and you don't want to play Gwen as Gwen, you just want to play Ghost Spider, you can go ahead and do that. Ghost Spider is a legendary human spider human hero. She's not a performer. She's a 4/4 with flying, vigilance, and haste. Whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, put a +1/+1 counter on Ghost Spider. Remove 2 counters from Ghost Spider. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card, this turn. And as a little reminder at the bottom of what the other side is, the little reminder is it's a 2/1 creature for 1 and a red, but you do not have the ability innately to turn Ghost Spider back into Gwen. Once she's put on the mask, she's in it till the end. So I hope that was as concise an explanation as I could do, but
It was not concise, but it was clear.
It was very
okay.
good.
Well, that's the most important.
Yeah.
I like this cycle quite a bit. I think most of them are heroes, but there's at least one villain.
So, yeah, I always love it when this is a thing I've said for years, when they make small creatures, they find ways to make small creatures relevant in the late game.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, as a 2/1 for 2, that sucks, but you get the draw essentially. And I like
Yeah, it's
that.
decent
But
stuff.
yeah, they went further with this one with the transformability to that's pretty good. Also,
I mean, if
I do
if
want to
you have
specify
enough
that that final ability just says remove 2 counters. They don't have to be the +1/+1 counters. If someone stuns your Ghost Spider, well, that was stupid, because I could just remove that counter and get a card.
Yeah. If you have enough mana in the late game, you can play her as Gwen. You can transform her because that is not a tap ability. So you
Yeah.
just transform her, and then she's already gotten you that card that then you can play and get a counter.
Yeah, and Chifuji pointed out, since these cards have mana costs on both sides, you don't need a little color indicator pip on the type line, which I was looking for on the front, and I was like, wait, what color is this card? And then I realized, oh, well, it's got mana symbols everywhere, stupid.
So for commander purposes, the color identity of this card is Jeskai.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Oh, God, there's more. What is modified?
modified is returning as well. It's from Neo Kamigawa 2.
Oh, yeah. Which is
Electric
what? Hang on,
Spirits.
let me try to remember. It's equipped, enchanted, or is it a counter?
Yeah.
Counters. You're
That's
close with the auras, like the enchanted. It's auras you control. So
Okay,
if
yeah,
I
you
pacify
modify.
your guy, it's not modified.
Yeah, that is important. Hey, I pulled that out of my ass, though. I'm proud of me.
You good job. Here, you get a soul stone for your efforts.
Yay. So, Costume Closet for 1 and a white is an uncommon artifact. It enters with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, which is cute, because it's not a creature. And you can tap it to take a costume out. I mean, to move a +1/+1 counter from this artifact onto target creature you control, but only as a sorcery. And whenever a modified creature you control leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on this artifact.
And
So it's a cabinet that you leave all of your counters in, and sometimes you throw more more counters in it, and you can only throw them out one at a time, which is sort of a pain, but you know, it's an uncommon. What do you want?
It's to be balanced, and the fact that you get more counters whenever a modified creature you control leaves the battlefield, like with web slinging.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Although I don't know if you'd
Somebody's
want a
gonna have
web
a field
sling.
day, like looking through this and noting where every single one of these costumes is from.
Yeah, I don't know if you would want to web sling a modified creature if you didn't have to, though.
If you equip it.
This talk about when you mentioned stun counters earlier. Did Sleep Cursed Fae or whatever it's called get reprinted in the starter or no origin foundations?
Foundations?
Hell,
I'll
I don't
look.
know.
I'm on it.
Brian's on it. But yeah, both Brian mentioned it and Chifuji in the chat. So how many comic nerds can ID all these costumes? I recognize them all because I played the PlayStation. Sorry, not PlayStation. I played the Sony Spider-Man games, at least the first 2. So I recognize them all, but a bunch of these were after my time, so I got nothing.
It was not, Mike.
Okay.
I do see the bombastic bagman in there though, which makes me giggle.
But you can do something like, if you have out a Buster Sword, just equip it to a creature, and then web sling the creature, and that creature would have been modified at the time. So, if you
Yeah.
don't want to like keep resetting your counters, is what Chewie's saying, I think.
Well, I'm just saying if you've got a creature that's modified, it's probably been, it's probably because you put time and mana and resources into it. So.
Oh, I get that. How now? The other thought is, if you get out two of these, you have one creature. You tap one to put a +1/+1 counter on it. You bounce that creature. Each one of the closets gets a counter.
Put the pants in one closet and the mask in the other, and everyone's just wearing mismatched clothes from there on out.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds great. Sounds like one of those.
That's what I do with my jammies.
Sounds like one of those character creators in a video game where you're like, yes, I do want you to wear the cowboy hat with, these boots.
Yeah, Chifuji points out that it's auras you control, but any counters count.
Okay.
Correct.
Whether you made them or not. So
Yeah. Stun counters, like Mike was saying about the Sleep Cursed Fae, which is not in standard anymore, but...
So yeah. And then there's the Soul Stone. What?
Yeah, they're just putting it here, I think, to be like, ooh, because there are no other Infinity Stones or gems in the set.
Weird.
Blackest stone I've ever seen.
So yeah, someone tell us about the Soul Stone.
The Soul Stone, for 1 and a black, it's a legendary Infinity Stone. It is an artifact. It is mythic. You better believe it. It is indestructible. I always wanted an indestructible stone. You can tap it for a black, so it's an indestructible mana stone, even better. You can pay 6 and a black and tap the Soul Stone and exile a creature you control to harness the Soul Stone. Once it's been harnessed, its infinity ability is active, and its infinity ability is, at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, play it for 2, indestructible mana stone, fine, it's legendary, but then when you get up to 7 and exiling a creature you control, you get a creature back from your graveyard
I just realized that the art is actually the in-betweener holding it.
I don't know who that is.
So, the in-betweener is the cosmic entity that was that had the soul gem back when Thanos decided he was going to go collect them all. And it was the first one he got, actually.
What does it do? I get what the other stones and gems do, but what does it do?
Well, to quote from the Thanos reveling in his power pages from the end of the Thanos quest, it can turn saints into sinners and sinners into monsters. Oh wait, saints into sinners and monsters into, I forget how it put it. But it actually
change your alignment.
It actually alters, like, it's a metaphysical thing. So all the others deal with the physical in some way, power, space, time, reality. What's the other one? Mind.
Yeah.
And then the soul deals with all the metaphysical stuff. So
Heart.
yeah, it's heart essentially, except less useful. Go planet. Adam Warlock primarily, at least back when I was reading these comics that had Adam Warlock, when he had the Soul Gem, he would either take someone's soul into it, and they'd end up on the soul world, which is a reality inside the gem. And at one point, he zotted one of Mistress Death's undead servant dudes. And Gamora goes, "Did you take his soul into the gem?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm trying something new. It's called a karmic blast." And I was like, they're giving him new powers because they don't want everybody that he zots to end up in the soul world. But
Okay.
yeah, just a deep cut there. That is the in-betweener, because he was... Look him up if you don't... Actually, wait a minute. I can look him up. Someone cover. Nope. In-betweener
Black
images.
holes. So, is it a white hole and a black hole there in the art?
What?
It looks like
why are you
it.
being racist, Dirt?
Is that the? I mean, I know they've never been observed, but what's the preferred term for those? Because I remember when I was a kid reading the suggested term white fountain.
Oh, I get it, because it's opposite on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the in-betweener. Oh, look, and he's got this old gem on his forehead there. But this is the in-betweener even before the Thanos quest. It's when he apparently went up against Galactus for something. Weird. But anyway, I just thought I'd share, because that is pretty funny. But anyway, we should get to the card image gallery, since I went to all the trouble to set those up.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, the Soul Stone is here in mechanics because it's got this of infinity thing, which is really just on.
Mhm.
So if we delete that, turn on these two. Oh, I shouldn't do that yet. Okay, we'll turn that back on. All right, let's pick a card, any card.
Pick a card, any card.
Oh, what's
with
the one that he just told you about in the Discord there, Mike? Or in the Twitch chat?
It is. Let me see exactly what he said.
He said it was in
It's the
multicolored.
I can't-
Scarlet Spider Ben Riley.
There you go. Yeah, the chat window doesn't want to cooperate with me, but yes.
Okay, so Scarlet's... Oh, God. Where's multicolor? Okay, here we go. Scarlet Spider Ben Riley. So now we'll turn this off. Scarlet Spider Ben Riley is Boris the Spider Rider. Oh my God, that's so stupid.
Really, Boris the
Boris
Spider Rider?
the
Boris with a Y,
Spider
though, so it's okay.
Rider.
That's great. Do you
There.
guys know about Boris the Spider?
Are you serious?
Is
What?
this a
It's
thing?
it's obscure. Well, no, that's why I was asking, because it's so obscure. It's like this, like silly novelty song that the Who recorded back in the day.
No.
Okay,
You want to tell us about it? I felt like you were going somewhere with that.
I already told you about it.
Yeah, it
It's
was a
a
song.
silly little novelty song that the Who recorded back in the day.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
So
It's
I have
the
just...
way you all reacted to the name Boris the Spider. I was like, wait, do these guys actually know about?
I just
Boris?
thought it was silly.
It is silly.
That was my whole thought.
Oh my God. So, I've just learned that web slinging is apparently also Marvel trademarked because it's called in web on Magic Online.
That is, wow.
So that's new.
And they in web sounds like what Spider-Man does with his web shooters. Two bad guys is like wrap them
Yeah.
up. This sounds.
Oh, what was that? Hey, Infinius with the, good God, 74-month resub. Thank you. Infinius said, I guess Brian will be fooled again. Yeah! Oh, I love you and I hate you, Infinius. So, Mike, since you were all excited about Scarlet Spider when Chifuji brought him up in the chat, tell us about him.
Okay, so I mean, this is just really cool. So Scarlet Spider, Ben Riley, a rare legendary spider human hero, costs 1, a red, and a green for a 4/3. So that's already good. The web slinging cost is just a red and a green. Scarlet Spider has trample and this ability that's flavored as sensational save. If Scarlet Spider was cast using web slinging, he enters with X +1/+1 counters on him, where X is the mana value of the returned creature.
That
Oh.
feels
Yeah.
kinda silly.
So yeah,
Oh.
just imagine, like, even just that very simple example, like turn 1, Llanowar Elf. Turn 2, Scarlet Spider is a 5/4 with trample. I mean, that feels really cool.
That makes my
Ugh.
face itch.
Yeah.
That, like you said, that's the basic. That's the most straightforward. Wow.
Yeah. Or even if you're not doing that, even if you're not using mana from it, just like cast a 1-drop that you attacked with. And since it's your second turn, hopefully you were able to make a second land drop and just return that thing anyway. Then you got to attack and you have a 5/4 with trample. So
Yeah.
It's true.
If you didn't make your second land drop, you should have mulliganed.
yes.
What are we even doing here? But yeah, that is pretty cool. And it has
It's cool.
trample, let's not forget, which is super good on something that cheap.
Yeah, I agree.
But then Boris rides
I have nothing to
spiders.
say. It's just kind of nuts, but
Yeah.
you should play it in Smash Face.
Yeah. All right, what else? Chat, what else you guys got?
I mean, I was drawn to the modal spells, so I'm happy to
Okay, do
kind of
it.
go through those. But
Give us one.
Peter Parker in white seems like a good place to start
Peter Parker.
because he's Peter
in
Parker. Poor Peter Parker.
Peter Parker in white. Okay, there he is. And then his other version is Surus. Surus.
Is Surus.
So tell us about Peter Parker. Yes.
So Peter Parker, for 1 and a white, is a 0/1. Poor guy.
Well,
He's
yeah,
a legendary.
what was the word? A nebbish.
He, but even though he's a 0/1, he's a legendary human scientist hero. He's not entirely a 0/1 because when he enters, you create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach. Get it? Because, spiders and all that. But so he's kind of split up into these two bodies. For 1 and a band, a green, a white, and a blue, transform Peter Parker, activate only as a sorcery, and he's going to flip over into Amazing Spider-Man, whose mana cost is, again, the 1 green, white, blue. This version is a legendary spider human hero. He is a 4/4 with vigilance and reach for 4 mana. That seems really good. And each legendary spell you cast that's 1 or more colors has web slinging of a green, white, and blue. So, no legendary, colorless cards. So, no cheating out Ugin. Sorry. But this doesn't say creature. It says each
you're right.
legendary spell you cast. You know what every planeswalker is? Is a legendary spell.
Good point.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, Planeswalker. Remember, they changed that tech. Planeswalkers used a legendary.
Oh, okay.
Techno.
I had forgotten.
So
Now, notice and keep this in mind. Amazing Spider-Man has vigilance, so when you're evaluating stuff, remember creatures with vigilance aren't. It's a lot harder to get them tapped because they don't tap to attack.
yeah, it's usually an upside, but in this case, you have to have some other way of tapping him. Although I don't know if you're really going to want to be bouncing him, but you might. But
Yeah,
that
if you
is
have
a good.
a ton of mana and you are
If
thinking
you have a
about
ton of
making
mana,
more
and if
spider
you
tokens.
want, yeah, and if you really want to get out, I don't know, what's a ridiculous legendary creature? You know, Baron Singier, taking it back, old school. Yes, you too can get a Baron Singier for a green, a white, and a blue.
That's a bargain, honestly.
Or there's Valgavoth if you want to be boring. Ugh.
Or Surus, the Silk Tech Vanguard. No, wait, that's just what Amazing Spider-Man is when he's not Spider-Man. Oh, these are
Yeah.
so weird.
Each legendary spell you cast that's one or more colors has in web.
All right, who is the flippy card? Norman Osborn. Of course, that's the
Oh.
blue one.
Of course it is. Have you read Norman?
No.
You should read Norman Osborn.
Oh, I can't. I gotta find him. Oh, wait. No, let's not do it that way. Open a new tab. There we go. Norman is Fleam. Oh, God. Norman would be Fleam.
Fleam? Oh. Fleam.
Where did... I don't even see Fleam. Where's Fleam? Control F. Fleam. Oh, it's showing the backside of him.
Well, there will just be it's Gobin, is that right?
Yeah, okay. So Fleam is the backside. Got it. Okay, so... And then I didn't even do this properly. Hang on. This is such a pain to do it this way. I'm so sorry. Okay, so Norman Osborn is a 1/1 for 1 and a blue. It can't be blocked. And he's a human scientist villain. Oh my god, villain is a creature type. All right, so a 1/1 for 2 that can't be blocked. Pretty good so far. Whenever Norman Osborn deals combat damage to a player, he connives. Oh. Let you get some mayhem in.
That's
if you
good.
want. And then that's it for Norman. He's an unblockable thing that connives when he deals combat damage. So pretty good. And then he transforms for 1 and a Grixis. Blue, black, red. Transforms into Green Goblin, or Gobin Gene Splice Savant transforms into Fleam, Gobin's creation. It's not really a transformation then, is it? Just saying.
No.
Green Goblin and Fleam are goblin human villains. Right? Yeah, they're both goblin human villains. With Flying and Menace. 3/3 with Flying and Menace for 4 mana. It's pretty good, honestly. Even if it stopped right there, I'd be like, yeah, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less. Whew!
Wow.
Whew! What if it costs 2 less? And Goblin Formula. Each non-land card in your graveyard, oh my god, has Mayhem. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. Oh my god.
Something else to keep in mind, when you're flipping, if you flip from Norman to Green Goblin, it doesn't get exiled, so it keeps the counters from conniving.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you should totally discard some cards and then play them for 2 less from your graveyard. That's, yes. And it's
Yeah.
non-land cards. So, discard a creature, play it for its mayhem cost. There's nothing that says it enters with a finality counter, so... Yeah.
Yeah, just go nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it even works with, don't forget about, flashback and harmonize.
And also,
Yeah.
Fleam.
I got nothing for Fleam.
He's kind of cute,
But
though.
But I do think that Eddie Brock is a Mike card.
I really like this. It's cool.
Sorry, Derek, you don't get to read cards no more.
Apparently not.
There's a green
My
one.
day will come.
So, there's a green one, so that one's dark. And spoiler alert, as awesome as these others are, the green one is actually my favorite. So
It's very good. But this one, Eddie Brock, for 2 and a black, 3/3 mythic human hero villain.
Jesus.
Eddie Brock is very complicated. Human hero villain. When Eddie Brock enters, return target creature card with mana value 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Oh.
Yeah. And Eddie transforms for 3 black, red, green. Activate only as a sorcery. Of course.
Also, in an arena, he'll be Vigo, Enforcer of Ig's Crossing.
oh, I was reading that as Vigo.
Yeah, but does Vigo have 2 Gs?
Probably.
I can't remember how
No.
Vigo Mortensen
I think
spells
it's
his
just
name.
I think it's just 1 G, but it's just funnier to say that he is Vigo.
He is Vigo, huh? Enforcer of Ig's Crossing, huh? I love Peter McNichol. All right, of course, he's Venom.
Yes,
Or
Venom.
Vigo, end of Ig's Crossing. Oh, Jesus.
Yep. So Venom, lethal protector.
Oh, nice callback.
Yeah. So this other mode, it has that mana cost, 3 black, a red, and a green, so 6 mana for a 5/5. Now it's a legendary symbiote hero villain. So 5/5 with menace and trample and haste.
Good God.
Whenever Venom attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw X cards. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrificed creature's mana value.
Yeah.
Can you just bring back the same thing you just sacrificed?
No, because it's coming. The thing you're slamming down is from your hand, not from your graveyard.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I misread it. This
Yeah.
card has a lot of words.
Yeah, the
lot
front
of-
side brings one back, so your brain probably just transposed that to Venom.
I think so. But the front side brings one back so that you can, sack it later. If you take the same tack that you do with like Gwen Stacy and Spider Ghost. So Ghost Spider. Spider Ghost. But no, this so a 5/5 with menace, trample, and haste.
Yeah. That can also draw you some cards and have an impact on the board.
Oh, God,
Another
that's when he
impact.
attacks.
Yes.
Oh, what? My brain had that as a when he enters or transforms for some reason, even though it literally never says that.
Yeah.
Because doing that every turn seems pretty good. Huh.
This is great. And I still think I like Miles best. Dark, have you seen Miles Morales? It's in green.
I have not.
Or so we skipping over the red one, or did we do the red one?
We did the red
Red
one.
one was
Gwen
Gwen Stacy.
Stacy.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, let me go find Miles. Molten Man. Is it called Miles? Oh, wait, no, we did the red one, stupid. I'm in red going, I don't see Miles Morales. I'm not an idiot. You're an idiot. Oh, God,
Okay,
what's
let's
Miles
go.
called? I didn't look. Oh, I've got one job.
Miles.
Kren. Okay. Good old Kren. There he is.
I love Kren. I went to high school with Kren.
Oh, by the way, the reason I said good callback on Venom Lethal Protector is because Venom's... So back in the day, people might not remember this. Back in the day, Venom was just a villain. Like, he was just a bad guy who was out to kill Spider-Man. And Venom was so insanely popular that Marvel went, we should probably do something else with him. And so he got a mini-series, which, weirdly, the first Venom movie is loosely based on. I've only seen, like, the first 15 or 20 minutes of the Venom movie, because the one time that I tried to watch it, I had to leave. But a lot of the same names and locations were there. So he leaves New York. He and Spider-Man make a deal. He leaves New York, goes off to San Francisco, and decides, I'm going to be an anti-hero out here. And that was when he transitioned from bad guy to, like, Punisher, you know, an anti-hero who he kills the bad guys. He's edgy in 90s. Anyway, just throwing that little bit of history out there. And it was called, that miniseries was called Venom, Lethal Protector. I forgot that part. Anyway, tell us about Miles.
Well, Miles Morales, for 1 and a green, he's a 1/2 legendary creature, human citizen hero, who's mythic. And it says, whenever Miles Morales enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures.
That's cool.
And then for 3 and red, green, white, that's what? Jund?
Naya.
Naya, okay. So for 3 and Naya, transform Miles Morales, activate only as a sorcery. And he transforms into Ultimate Spider-Man.
Or Kren of the Spider Brood.
He looks like he's tossing a spider.
He kind of does, doesn't he?
But tell us about this.
Well, I feel like Kren should be something spelt backwards, so it would be Nurk.
Nurk.
There you go.
Kren Undercity Dreamer turns into Nurk of the Spider Brood.
Well, it's because spiders spell everything backward. Duh. It's all the eyes.
All right, so Ultimate Spider-Man is a legendary creature, spider-human hero. That's a 4/3. And he has First Strike and Haste.
Ooh.
And he also has Camouflage. And that's for a cost of 2. So for a cost of 2, put a +1/+1 counter on Ultimate Spider-Man. He gains Hexproof and becomes colorless until end of turn.
That's pretty funny. Because for those of you that don't know, the Miles Morales Spider-Man can turn invisible. Thus, you know, hexproof because you can't hit him, and colorless. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
He has no color because he's see-through. Do you get it yet? Okay, I'm sorry. That does have, I'm sure that does have some manner of utility. I don't know how much anything cares about what color things are anymore. Like, color hate used to be a thing, but they seem to have mostly phased that out these days.
They've mostly phased it out. But it could matter for something.
Something.
But I think it fits the flavor more than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
But he also has, whenever you attack, double the number of each kind of counter on each spider and legendary creature you control.
Huh.
Notice, yes, this has First Strike. Yes, this has Haste. It doesn't say whenever Ultimate Spider-Man attacks. It says whenever you attack.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
There are lots of cards on this, lots of words on this card, but not all of them are what you would expect.
So be sure that you use your camouflage. If you're going to use the camouflage ability, you be sure you use that first and then attack, because you'll get, what, 3 extra counters that way. Two extra counters that way.
Plus, his front side put counters on stuff, which can include him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
But
tried
this
to
feels like
click.
it gets
Oh my
out of
God, you guys.
control. This feels like it gets out of control, and it's so hard. If you have 2 mana, it's so hard to get rid of this without a wrath.
Mm-hmm.
the reason I said, "Oh my god," I tried to click the turnover button on OBS, the streaming software, instead of over here on the stupid browser. Yeah, I really like the front side too because he's not a 1-2 for 2. He's a 3-4 for 2. You can just spread that out.
Well, it's put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. So
Yeah, but you're getting
a total of 3-4.
Yeah, you're getting
okay.
3-4 total spread, around a bit.
Yeah, I got you. For some reason, I thought you were like putting both the counters on him, but yeah.
I mean, you could put one of the counters on him.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. I would play a 1/1 for 2 that has that ability. That would be great for limited. But this is just awesome, and you flip it over, and it's like, can you kill it? Because if you can't kill it, I'm gonna win.
As much as I like Venom, I agree with Brian. I think the green one's better. God. All right. There is a card I want to talk about real quick.
Sure.
In black, it's Morlun.
Okay.
That the spider consumer guy?
Yeah. Because Morlun in black. I'm in green. That means I need to go up. Where is he? Yeah,
Was that the bad guy from the Madam Web movie?
I did not see the Madam Web movie, so I'll just take your word for that.
I know of it through, like, reputation. I did not see it.
I already forgot what the name of the... Oh, there it is. Luis. Okay. So, yeah, Morlun, the card itself, is a rare. For X black black, he's a legendary vampire villain. That makes sense. He's a 2/1 with lifelink. Enters with X +1/+1 counters on him. And when he enters, he deals X damage to target opponent.
I saw this. This was really giving me like MAGA Trader Tomatoes vibes.
It's a charged up.
Yeah.
One of those.
Except that this is a base 2/1 and doesn't require as much of a commitment to black.
Yeah. Because MAGA Trader to Mortals, which just gets more relevant by the day.
Yeah. It doesn't fiddle. Yeah.
Only takes black mana, right?
I think so.
Am I remembering that right?
I thought it was like black X was the cost.
Oh, is that what it was? I know it was heavy on the black, which is it gets more ironic by the day. But also, because Morlun is dealing the damage, he deals X damage to target opponent, and he has lifelink. You're gaining that much life, which is the thing you might overlook when you read it the first time. But yeah, Morlun is in J. Michael Straczynski's run where he turned Spider-Man's powers. I don't know how much of this stuck after JMS left, but he turned Spider-Man's powers from being the result of the radioactive spider bite and more into this mystical spider totem. Like the spider was gonna come bite him anyway. It just happened to get irradiated. And he's like, look, haven't you noticed that all of your villains are animal based? Does that never occurred to you? That's weird. But Morlun is the check on these animal totem people. And he is this unstoppable vampire thing that feeds on the pure, like, animal essence of these people who have inherited an animal totem. And he shows up and beats the crap out of Spider-Man multiple times. Like, all the times you've ever seen Spider-Man push to his limit, Morlun pushed him that hard multiple times. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to leave you because it tastes better when you're exhausted. And he just walked off after causing untold damage to both Pete and, the surrounding city. Yeah, the way Spider-Man beat him was actually because he found out that he was going to get the spider totem anyway, but he was sort of corrupted by the radiation that the spider got. That he actually injected more radiation into himself to make his spider essence corrupt. And when Moreland fed on him, he essentially got food poisoning.
He gave himself radiation poisoning to pass it along. That is...
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah. So
yeah, J. Michael
Moreland-
Straczynski's run on Amazing Spider-Man was... A lot of people don't like it because he did a lot of crap that is awful, but at the core, it's such good writing, and he really got who Spider-Man was as a character. So when I saw Moreland while I was scrolling, I was like, hey, look at that!
Morloon sounds like a badass. Louis, pompous pillager...
Sounds
like he's
like a
trying too
dude who would
hard.
annoy you at a party and hit on your girlfriend.
He is trying too hard to be Gaston. He saw Beauty and the Beast, and he's like, life goals.
Luis, the pompous pillager!
Oh. Dirk, you have been quiet, and you've been kind of last for some of these. What's a card that stood out to you?
Dark's like, I don't know these cards. Oh, Brian was thinking of Ezekiel Sims. Oh, God, did they turn Ezekiel into the bad guy in that stupid movie? That's a bummer.
I didn't actually see the movie, so...
Me either. Also, Dirk, if you said anything, you're muted.
No, I haven't said anything.
Oh, okay.
I never saw Madam Web.
Well, I meant about a card.
Oh.
Anything you want to talk about?
Oh.
Or chat? Anything you want to talk about? Well, since Dirk is zoned out.
Let's do Anti-Venom.
Very first card.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-Venom
Anti-Venom,
trips me
horrifying
out.
healer.
And what is Anti-Venom's other name? in
Verilax.
Through the Omen Paths.
Which is also a dumb name. Anti-Venom is a dumb name. This is all dumb names. Dumb names, the set.
I'm
There we
not
go.
trying to really come down on Through the Omen Paths or anything, but so far I'm like,
Yeah, they just had to come up with. I think they had to come up with generic fantasy names that weren't good enough. Well, that were not going to be something that they'd be like, oh, that was a cool name. We should have saved it to use in this actual set. So
that is true.
yeah.
I also don't
Yeah.
understand what I'm looking at in the art. Is it like cradling a deer?
I legit have zero idea.
Yeah, the names of these feel like either Baldur's Gate or World of Warcraft or one of those names where they do a random name generator. They just went to it or like random name. And they're like, does that sound cool? Nope. All right, try again. Ooh, that one sounds fine. Write it down. Do it again. And you just keep doing that until you're like, okay, how many of these do we need?
I'm
20
in,
something? All right, let's keep going until we get 20 good ones.
I'm in Act 3 of Baldur's Gate 3, walking around in Baldur's Gate. And every time I run into a named character, I read it and I'm like, really?
Well, Dirk, why don't you tell us about Anti-Venom, who is horrifying and a healer, but somehow not a cleric?
So, Anti-Venom, horrifying healer for 5 white mana. So it's like white. Is a 5/5 legendary creature symbiote hero that's mythic. When Anti-Venom enters, if he was cast, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
It's pretty good.
That's very strong.
Mm-hmm. And if damage would be dealt to Anti-Venom, prevent that damage and put that many +1/+1 counters on him.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I have no
This
idea.
kind
who
of feels like the
Anti-Venom is.
Aerith card from the Final Fantasy set, where he can get stupid big, stupid fast.
Aerith is crazy.
So yeah.
I don't have anything to say because I
But I said,
get.
didn't that go well with the other symbiote? With Eddie Brock's, wasn't it? Does it have to return things from the graveyard?
Yeah, Eddie Brock returns something small, and then Venom on the other side sacrifices something. So yes, I mean you're in
So
you're in four colors, and one of the cards requires white, 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 white. So good luck, but it'll be worth it when you pull it off.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, but if you have the Spider-Man card, it would just cost
It's all just banned.
That's true. Yeah, going into all five colors actually makes it a lot easier.
Which is really weird when you say it like that, and yet here we are.
Because if you play Amazing Spider-Man, then you could just do Venom.
Oh my god. Let's
That's
not
true.
get into crazy world here.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? This is great.
And if you have Fist of the Sun's out, wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really easy mode.
Yeah, then everything just costs Woober. You don't even need Spider-Man.
Wooberg.
Oh my god. I don't know who Anti-Venom is. This one's after my time.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna guess
Although
it's some manner
his
of...
claws look like that is not anti-venom to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is some manner of anti-hero type thing. Chifuji said the version of Anti-Venom that you can get with a matching action figure, because of course that's a thing with this set, actually depicts Agent Anti-Venom for any nerds that care. Oh. Oh wait, is that... Can we see that art in... Hang on. Oh, is it this one? Is that what you're talking about? That is way cooler art. The one that's media and collaboration promos. Yeah, that's way less goofy.
Oh, if you want to talk about alternate symbiotes, there's one that I know from playing Marvel Strike Force that... So, Marvel Strike Force has been able, because they work with Marvel, to actually create some unique characters. And I wasn't sure if this was one they created just for the game, but I don't know. Look at Black and look at Gwenom.
Yep.
I kid you not. This
Yeah,
is
I saw that earlier and was like, huh.
This is a Gwen Stacy because they're all about the Gwens lately that had an offspring of the Venom symbiote.
This
Go
is a
ahead and
good
read
card,
what
too.
it does. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, Dirk, read what it does. You've been quiet.
Gwenom?
You got to keep reading
Gwenom.
stuff.
So Gwenom, Remorseless, for 3 and 2 black. Legendary creature, symbiote, spider hero. That's mythic and is a 4/4. That has death touch and lifelink.
It's a, what is that, Vampire Nighthawk? Just without the flying.
Oh, Vampire Nighthawk. Oh. The amount of destruction and frustration that had in my life.
Sorry about
Did
that.
it
Alright.
do something to you? You sound bitter about Vampire Nighthawk.
Yeah, I feel like I played a couple decks that had that in there. It was like, whenever it came out, I'm going, well, that was a fun game.
Well, keep going with Gwenom.
Though, whenever Gwenom attacks, until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play cards from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost.
Jesus.
Okay, so the first time I read this card earlier, I thought you just only got one card. But no, you can keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
You
you
can
got
very
you
much
got
keep
life
going.
points? You can do something with those life points.
That's crazy. Yeah. Anytime you're circumventing the mana system, be prepared for something.
Also,
wacky
anytime
to
you're
happen.
circumventing the draw one card at a time.
Yeah.
And this is doing both. Both.
Mm-hmm.
Man. That ain't right. Luckily, it costs 5 and has to attack.
Yeah.
But
But
still,
when it attacks, it gets you 4 life.
yeah, as long as it can attack, even if you're combat, this attacks, and they go kill it, and you're like, okay, don't care, still on.
Yeah. And our friends in chat brought up the comparison to Bolas's Citadel, and in a way, this is a really interesting angle if you want either just redundant copies of the Citadel or just take another approach entirely, because Gwenem is going to be a lot easier to, as a creature, cheat into play versus the Citadel in many ways.
Okay then. What about Parker Luck?
Oh, that's a great card.
I just
For
love
Peter Parker.
I just love the idea, because Parker Luck is what Peter Parker and Mary Jane and basically anybody that knows him refer to with why everything always goes wrong all the time. It's not actually Parker Luck. It's more that the writers hate him. But, he's not Deadpool, so he doesn't know he's in a comic book. So Parker Luck is a black rare enchantment. It says at the beginning of your end step, 2 target players each reveal... Oh my god, I haven't even finished the card and I see where this is going. 2 target players each reveal the top card of their library. They each lose life equal to the mana value of the card revealed by the other player. Oof. Then they each put the card they revealed into their hand. Oof.
Yeah. That's...
I can totally see this screwing you hard. And, what do you expect? It's Parker Luck. That's pretty funny. And it's Duskmourn's claim in not Spidey. Oh, we have a request from chat. Oh yeah, we got to read JJ. JJ is a brilliant piece of top-down card.
Is he in red?
He is.
Red.
I don't know what JJ is when he's not in Laszlo. Of course he's Laszlo. He looks like a freaking Laszlo. What? There we go. All right, so J. Jonah Jameson for 2 in a red is a 2/2 human citizen. I'm just reading this apparently. My bad. He's rare because J. Jonah Jameson is definitely rare. When he enters, you suspect up to 1 target creature, and remember, a creature that is suspected has menace but can't block, because that's what he as a newspaper publisher does. Is he labels things a menace. And then, whenever a creature you control with menace attacks, you create a treasure token. Because you make money by printing stories about the menaces.
Yep.
It's so great.
Yeah. The flavor text is great too.
The photos are garbage, Parker. I'll buy them all.
The look on his face is, they really just went there. They went all out.
And we've also got this version here, which is actually the one I saw, where he's shouting out the window at a... You can see the reflection of Spider-Man swinging away there. But I actually think I like this one, because if you look, he's got the cork board behind him with a bunch of Spider-Man things and the red string around them, but they're not just, crazy Pepe Sylvia red string. It's in the shape of a spider web, and there's a picture of Spider-Man waving at him in the center with a dart right through his forehead, and it says "Menace," just in case you didn't get the joke. Oh, and his coffee mug has a Spider-Man face, a Spider-Man logo with the circle with the line through it. That's amazing. Oh, such a great design for Mr. Jameson.
And in green, there are the pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Which you can now get when someone yells, "Get me pictures of Spider-Man." They want this. What is it? Uncommon? It's an uncommon. And it's ancestral carvings. What?
Get me ancestral carvings.
Of Spider-Man. Wait, no. Of spider people. All right, what's that do, Mike?
Yeah, the pictures of Spider-Man is an uncommon artifact. It just costs 2 and a green. When this artifact enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Now, it's just sitting there, but you can pay 1, tap it, and sacrifice this artifact to create a treasure token.
Yeah, I love that they've turned this could be a spell, right? Because it could just be 2 and a green sorcery. Look at the top 5, blah blah blah. But they turned it into an artifact, probably for flavor reasons, because pictures of Spider-Man are a physical thing, and also because then you can turn those into money. Yeah, you sell the pictures and you get money. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like this, and I want to go ahead for another card. Like pictures of Spider-Man, I know is another like permanent-based spell that's going to go straight into my diamond weapon deck that I'm still really enjoying on Arena.
Oh,
but
nice.
then also Sandman
and ancestral carvings, Mike.
Ancestral
It's
carvings.
going to go
Okay,
into your deck.
All right, I'll try to deal with it. Sandman, I'll have to figure out what he's called in Arena, is also going to go there. So Sandman, Shifting Scoundrel.
He is called the Scouring Storm Soul. That is a
Scouring
cool
Storm
name.
Soul. That is cool, actually. So a legendary sand elemental villain, a rare. So for 1 green, you get a star. And those stars are, the power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control.
Ooh.
Sandman can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. And get this, so 3 and green, return this card and target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You have to have a land card in your graveyard to target to do this. But in my diamond weapon mono green oops all permanents mill yourself deck, that happens a lot. So it's going to be really easy to reanimate Sandman.
And also, if you're not doing the self-mill thing, like, there are any number of lands that have sacrifice effects, like, Terramorphic Expanse, and it's...
Yeah, I think Terramorphic Expanse and Evolving Wilds and that rare one and probably something else that I'm forgetting. Yeah, multiple other things that I'm forgetting are all together in Standard right now. It's ridiculous. So yeah, Sandman's awesome.
He's great. And
that is really cool.
Can't seem to get rid of him as long as you have the land to sack is fantastic. There's actually a card I would like to talk about.
Before we do that, his counterpart, the Scouring Storm Soul, just looks really cool.
That is good. I do like that.
Yeah. Okay, what do you want to talk about, Brian? What color is it in?
So I've had this in mind since you mentioned Parker Luck. I saw it earlier when we were talking about Peter Parker, and I've already looked through the set to make sure. Ooh, I actually knew what I was talking about for once. But this is great. Rent is due.
Still
And
need a
at
color,
first-
Brian.
It is in white.
There we go.
Rent is due, and it is in white. And my first thought is, oh, it's going to be some kind of like land tax effect, but it's kind of not. What is the equivalent of rent is due?
I forgot already. Is it the Confessor's Bindings? Because that's where my brain went. It was.
So check this out. Rent is due, or Confessor's Bindings, is a rare enchantment. It only costs a single white. You may not want to play it turn 1, though, because at the beginning of your end step, you may tap 2 untapped creatures and or treasures you control. You can pay the rent. If you do, draw a card. Otherwise, sacrifice this enchantment.
Oh.
Yeah, this isn't a land tax at all. This is like I don't know. I don't know what the equivalent is.
This is like old-fashioned Magic white card draw.
It is. This is really cool. Because it's a 1-drop. But if you play it on turn 1, well, good job throwing away your turn, I guess. I mean, unless you need an enchantment in the graveyard for some reason. So it's a thing that you play later in the game. And you're giving up, resources that could otherwise be doing stuff to draw cards in white. But because it's you have to do it, or well, you don't have to do it. But if you don't do it, then you can't do it anymore ever. I really like the design on this card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I knew I wanted to talk about Rent is Due. And I know that it has a lady on here. I don't know her comics because I didn't read the comics. But we're all thinking of Mr. Dickovich, right?
Well, yeah. Rent! Wow. All right. Chat, what else y'all got? Or anybody? Or Dirk? Or a Mike? I don't care.
I can
About
just keep naming stuff, but what you got,
about to
Dirk?
say, what about the sagas?
There are sagas, yes.
There are sagas? Oh, I didn't know that.
There are
There's
sagas.
sagas in here. Mm-hmm.
Hey, one of them is Maximum Carnage. Oh my god, are they all named after storylines? Oh my god, Craven's Last Time.
Yeah.
They are. No. What's the black?
What's the first one you want to talk about, Dirk?
Death of Gwen Stacy. That's messed up. What's the blue one? The Clone Saga. That's messed up. What's the white one? Well, that's the white one. The Origin of Spider-Man. Oh, these are so cool. I
Well, I'll
haven't
start
actually
with the
read
white
any of
one.
them. Which one?
I'll start with the white one.
Start with a white one.
So, Origin of Spider-Man for 1 in white. It's an enchantment saga that's rare. And, alright, so the first, was it page, first
Chapter.
there we go. I can't remember. So, first chapter. Create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach. Gee, I feel like I'm having deja vu with that one.
For the same price, too. Damn, that's eerie.
Alright, second chapter. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It becomes a legendary spider hero in addition to its other types. And third chapter. Target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn.
Huh.
So, see, the first chapter is he gets bitten by the spider. Or I guess the first chapter is there's a spider. Second chapter is there's where he gets bitten by the spider. And the third chapter is he's fighting crime.
Yeah, and the Through the Omen Paths version is a most helpful weaver.
Really?
Yeah, which
A
has
most helpful weaver.
Yeah, it's got a fox getting attacked by a spider. I guess I'm not entirely sure.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, let's run through all of these. So we don't really need to talk about the origin of Spider-Man because that one's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
The blue one was, what was the blue one?
The Clone Saga.
Clone Saga. Jesus.
The Clone Saga.
What is?
Isn't that where they
this?
made too many Spider-Men?
Well, they made at least one too many, which is any beyond the first. Lost in Litjara. All right, so for 3 and a blue, the Clone Saga. I think these are all rare. Chapter 1 is Surveil 3. Okay. Okay. Chapter 2, when you next... Why am I reading it off of the stream? When you next cast... I'm stupid. There we go. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, copy it. Except the copy isn't legendary. So I guess the first one was literally surveillance on
Right.
Spider-Man. I guess. I don't actually know the Clone Saga that well. Chapter 2 is making a clone. And then chapter 3 is choose a card name. Whenever a creature with the chosen name deals combat damage to a player this turn, draw a card. Oh. And since you just copied something, you'd think you'd pick that one. So you can draw 2 cards.
Can you choose a token name like Squirrel?
Yeah. Well, never. Wait a minute. It says choose a card name.
Yeah, that's
it says
why
there's no card named Squirrel. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Give it a minute.
Mark Rosewater.
That'll be the last thing he turns in the day before he retires. It's like, ha ha ha.
But I love the art here with the jackal and the DNA strand coming down, and it splits. On one side is the Peter Parker Spider-Man, and the other side is the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Though that's really cool. Yeah. But okay, the black one.
You'll love the black one.
Is messed up.
It is the death of Gwen Stacy. This would be not the Gwen Stacy that turned into Gwenum.
Yeah, I don't know who that one is. The Gwen Stacy who became the Ghost Spider is Peter Parker died in her timeline.
But this is
that?
dark.
Hey, JT Huffy resubbed with us 70 months. Good God. Thank you.
Awesome.
So for the death of Gwen Stacy, cost 2 and a black. Chapter 1 is destroy target creature. There we are, people. Good night. She's dead.
We done.
Chapter 2 is each player may discard a card. Each player who doesn't loses 3 life. I guess that you're making a choice. And then chapter 3, exile any number of target players' graveyards.
Huh. I cannot track the flavor on that one.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to use, since it's such an iconic story, they wanted to use it for one of the sagas, and they wanted the black one to be removal.
Wanted the black one to be what?
Removal.
Oh. Yeah, and it's all kinds of removal. Creature removal, hand removal, or life, and then graveyard removal. Buh. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the
Shock
sagas
value.
have alternate versions that are comic panels.
Cool.
What is the black? What is the Through the Omen Pass for the death of Gwen Stacy?
The house grows hungry.
See, I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that works. I think that works better in terms of like flavor. Oh, and the blue, you said it was Lost in Lityara, the
Yeah.
clone site. I think Lityara wasn't. I think that was the realm in Kaldheim where the shapeshifters came from.
Oh, that would make sense. All right. Ooh, can I read the red one?
Sure.
Yes.
Because
Best
Maximum
NES
Carnage.
game ever, except not really.
Maximum Carnage is one of my favorite stories because it really gets to like the core of who and what Spider-Man is. And the non-Spidey version is Lava Brink repels the Magmaloth.
What?
Sure. Why not?
You know, the classic kid's tale of Lava Brink repels the Magmaloth. The house grows hungry sounds like it would come from Duskmorn. I'm pretty sure it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lava Brink repels the Magmaloth. It sounds like the sequel to Lava Boy and Shark Girl.
Oh, yeah, maybe so, yeah. Classic kids movie, Lava Brink repels the Magmaloth. So, Maximum Carnage. Chapter 1. Until your next turn, each creature attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. And I think this is referring to so Maximum Carnage is Carnage breaks out. Carnage is an offshoot, literally an offspring of Venom, who got locked up. You know, Spider-Man and Venom teamed up, locked him up, and then he wasn't seen for a little while. And then he broke out, and we had the Maximum Carnage storyline. I'm pretty sure this was like the second time Carnage popped out. I'm pretty sure. And he gathers up a whole group of crazy villains who run around literally just killing people at will, just wherever they happen to be. And one of them, Shriek, has this ability to like influence like mentally the people around her, and she just cranks up the chaos and turns the crowd, like anywhere that they happen to be, into also a bunch of crazed attackers and murderers. And it's really disturbing. But that's chapter 1. Chapter 2 is add 3 red mana. I got nothing on that one. It's just useful. And then chapter 5, this saga deals 5 damage to each opponent. Chapter 5, chapter 3. 3, sir! Yeah, 5 damage to each opponent, which is just, you know, it's red. It's very red.
Very.
The Kingdom of Lava Brink previously showed up on Ortheon, Hero of Lava Brink from March of the Machine. Oh, yeah. How random. An Ikoria thing. Wait, March of the Machine, but it's an Ikoria thing?
Well, March of the Machine showed different planes being
Yeah.
invaded.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Yeah. But yeah, Maximum Carnage is pretty cool. And in the other version here, you can see the crowd turning on Spider-Man, and then add 3 red mana. It just shows the villains. So you've got Shriek and the Demo Goblin and Carnage and the Spider Doppelganger from the Infinity War. Don't ask. And then dealing 5 damage to each opponent shows Carnage taking on Spider-Man and Venom together. So that's pretty cool. I like it. It's very red. It's so red.
It is super red, that is for sure.
Okay, let's do the green one
show.
so Dirk can go to bed.
Yeah.
Because I can feel Dirk going, "Shut up, I'll kill you."
So it's Craven's Last Hunt.
Oh my god, it's a trail of teacups. How is it Craven's Last Hunt? And then the other version is a trail of teacups.
What?
I love it so much.
Oh. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not okay.
I'm all right. We're good. Everything's fine.
How are you?
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry,
That's-
Dirk.
That is really weird. Anyway,
Oh.
so
Oh.
Craven's Last Hunt / A Trail of Teacups for 3 and a green is a rare saga. First chapter, mill 5 cards. Then when you do, this saga deals damage equal to the greatest power among creature cards in your graveyard to target creature.
That is pretty cool.
So, if what you milled was just lands and enchantments, as long as there's a creature in your graveyard, that creature's dealing some damage. All right. So,
Yeah.
second chapter. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Nice.
Cool.
And then the third chapter. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
Yeah, that's pretty solid for 4 mana, I gotta say.
Mhm.
That's a lot of teacups.
That's gotta be oh crap, not Redwall, Bloomborough thing, right?
Maybe.
I guess that's what Chifushi says.
Oh yeah, chat. Oh yeah, okay. I was just looking because there's a raccoon dropping teacups in the art.
Like casually dropping teacups.
Like it ain't no thing.
But yeah, Craven's Last Hunt is just an iconic, like, psychological study on Craven the Hunter. So the first chapter, dealing damage with graveyards, is he overpowers Spider-Man and literally buries him alive. And then he becomes Spider-Man. He puts on a black, Spider-Man costume that I assume he's made himself because Spider-Man's still wearing his. And that's where he gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And he becomes Spider-Man, and he goes around doing Spider-Man things, but brutally. And then Spider-Man, eventually digs himself out and tracks him down, and story happens, whatever. And then at the end, Craven is like, well, I'm out. And he, with the shotgun in the face. Yeah. And, this was in, oh God, when was Craven's Last Hunt? Craven's Last Hunt was in 87. So this was like before, the edginess of the 90s.
Wow.
And yeah, it's it's a hell of a story. It's very much like a psych study on Craven, who is also, in 87, villains didn't just die. They went to jail so they could show up in later storylines, but nope. Craven took himself out of the picture. Although they brought him back at some point somehow, who cares, whatever, comics, but still.
Yeah. So there's a question in the chat. Double checking for this saga, but if I mail, let's say, Sandman, his power is calculated at all times, right? And yes, that's correct. Sandman's...
for Star they are, right?
Well, not all Star. For Sandman,
no?
yes,
Okay.
because it's not like conditional on anything. It's not based on some choice you made or anything like that. Like, for example,
Right.
Sewer Nemesis, you have to choose an opponent. So while it's in the graveyard, you haven't chosen anyone. So it can't define the Star. But yeah,
Gotcha.
like Sandman, since there's nothing funky going on like that, its power is always getting calculated no matter what zone it's in, whether it's in your hand, graveyard, library, exile, whatever. It keeps up to date with the number of lands you have.
Nice. Oh yeah, we had a request earlier to do Spider Ham. We gotta make sure we do Spider Ham before we stop for the night.
All right.
Because Spider Ham is amazing. Who is Spider Ham? Terran Tusk. Oh my god. What?
Because it's a spider boar hero.
It is a spider boar hero. You're not even playing.
So Spider Ham, Peter Porker, is a legendary spider boar hero, a 2/2 for 1 and a green. And it's rare. When Spider Ham enters, create a food token.
Nice.
And it's got another ability that's flavored as Animal Mayhem. Mayhem.
Was this a Heathcliff comic? Hey-o. I'm sorry.
So
The people who get that are giggling. Everyone else is like, what? Sorry.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. This one might actually be easier to play in Arena because it's easier to keep track of all this. So other spiders, boars, bats, bears, birds, cats, dogs, frogs, jackals, lizards, mice, otters, rabbits, raccoons, rats, squirrels, turtles, and wolves you control get +1/+1.
Mike, what's the matter? Can't you handle saying other spiders, boars, bats, bears, birds, cats, dogs, frogs, jackals, lizards, mice, otters, rabbits, raccoons, rats, squirrels, turtles, and wolves you control? Okay, I get it. So yeah, Spider Ham. Believe it or not, Spider Ham was not made for the Into the Spider-Verse movies just to be voiced by the great John Mulaney. No, he is an old ass character from. Damn it! What was the name of that? Where? Okay. Where did Spider Ham? Here we go. Where did Spider Ham come from? Oh, he came from Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider Ham, which was under the Star Comics imprint, which was one of their. It was like cheaper, less not Marvel continuity comics.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. He also this is what I was thinking. He was a backup feature in Marvel Tales. Marvel Tales was a reprint book that they did where they would reprint stories of whatever other characters they could come up with. And also Spider-Ham was occasionally a backup feature in those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Marvel Tales was actually just Spider-Man's past adventures. I did not realize that. I guess that makes sense that the only Marvel Tales I've ever seen had Spider-Man on the cover, now that I think about it.
So now, was he bitten by a radioactive spider or a radioactive pig?
I think his name is Peter Porker, so I think this world is filled with anthropomorphic aminals. So I think he was bitten by a spider.
Okay.
But he also appeared in What the, which was Marvel's like comedy book. It was What the .. like was the official title. What the, where they would have stuff like Spider-Ham and My Fist Toe.
Okay.
And the Silver Burper. It was where they put just dumb stuff. The Pulverizer, who was a not quite Punisher. I have exactly one. Oh, here it is, issue 13, which featured the Silver Burper, Bratman, which was really riding hard on the first Batman movie. Goose Rider. Goose Rider only had one page mock-up. It was not an actual story. And My Fist Toe, and also the Pulverizer had a story in that too. Anyway. Yay, Spider-Ham. Dementor said, I really hope the food token is a hot dog. I think it is. Oh, and
I think it is.
yeah, Chifuji said there is a hot dog food token.
There's like a couple others I'd love to talk about, but
Oh god, are we gonna have to do 2 Spider-Man shows?
look
Could
at
be.
Grow Extra Arms and tell me if we have to do 2 Spider-Man shows.
Grow extra arms.
Grow Extra Arms in
Yeah,
green.
that is a thing that Spider-Man did
Yeah.
once. Target creature gets +4/+4 till end of turn. Of course. It really annoys me how straightforward that is.
Mhm.
And the non-version is Grow Extra Arms, weirdly, because that's not anything spidery, but it shows a frog thing growing a bunch of spider legs. Naturally. I don't know. We didn't touch any of the gold cards. Okay. Let us know in the Discord or comments or wherever. Send us an email, whatever, if we should do a second Spider-Man show, and I'll think about it. No promises. But this was actually more fun than I was expecting, because I do not care about this set, even less than I care about most sets, just because of the weird rights thing feels like it was all sort of thrown together. Even though it wasn't, it feels like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were like, we got the rights. Like, oh, we can't use the rights for that. We're going to do it anyway because we love money. Oh, well. So, yeah, we'll stop there. Like I said, listeners, live and recorded, let us know if you want us to do another one. And we'll think about it. No promises. Also, if the dorks want to do another one, they get more say than you do.
Ooh.
But
You
only
hear that,
just.
guys? We get us.
But only just. Oh, Stark said at least half of the set, also hi Stark, at least half of the set was thrown together. This was supposed to be a small Aftermath size set, then Aftermath bombed and they panicked and whipped up another like half of a set to fill it out. Oh, I do remember hearing that somewhere. That this was originally going to be a smaller set, and then they decided, oh, we're not going to do smaller sets.
But it's still like, okay, yeah, sure, I forgot about that too. But it's still like, it's not normal size, it's like medium size. So that's also part of the reason why they came up with the new draft format for it. Have you heard about that?
No.
Yeah, it's just a 4-person draft format where each person takes 2 cards with each pick. So you only need a pot of 4. And the draft itself also goes faster. Just get straight to playing.
That was a hiccup. That was not a reaction. Stark said that's probably why there's so many literally who's in the set. I don't know what that means. Is it because I recognize most of this, but I am a giant Spider-Man nerd.
Yeah.
Also, this should worry someone that I love Spider-Man. And yet, I don't care about this set at all.
Well, yeah, it's just how disinterested you become in Magic.
Well, no, because I was excited to talk about the Magic in Space set.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly, because of all the reports. Hey, look, this isn't just Magic with a space hat. This is, a Magic set.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I think it's Sorry, Stark Maximum is in the chat, so that's going to happen sometimes. He said Chewie Georg is an outlier for Spider-Man references and should not have been counted. You know what? I'm not even going to explain that. So, how about some final thoughts, dorks?
Oh man.
I don't know. For me, it's been an interesting past couple of weeks with the Chelsea's knee surgery and everything. So, I don't know. I've just been very busy. I'm also very tired. But that's about all I got with regards to that. In terms of my final thought, nothing really comes to mind that I just like super want to talk about or discuss or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, anything that we might discuss, like we did before the show, should not be on the show.
Yeah.
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 So, but yeah, with that, I'm gonna head on to bed. My brain no worky right now.
That is fair. Get some sleep, my friend.
All right, night, guys.
Good night, Zerk. Okay, who's up?
I guess I'll go next. So, not talking about. So that looks interesting. Because we haven't talked about it yet. The pre-release is this coming weekend, and Sam wants to go, and she loves some Marvel, so we're gonna go check it out. Otherwise, I'm doing okay. A little tired. Work has been a little crazy. Coming up on a couple of jury trials, not just the one, but a couple. So a couple things going on. But otherwise, I think I'm a little tired like Dirk.
You don't say.
Yeah, right? No, this has been fun. I love talking to you guys. But we're also house sitting my parents' dog, and we love her, but she's a bit of a handful, so we're all a little tired. But in any case, good to talk to you guys. I'm in favor of doing this again, but if we want to talk about something else next week, like I know there's another topic we came up for a little while ago, and I'm good with that. But
we'll have that discussion not live on the show. So
yeah. I'm just saying. Wow, I think I hit the wall. I'm gonna go.
Go to bed.
You guys have a great night. Bye.
Good Lord. All right, Mike, what you got?
Yeah, I actually haven't been keeping up with this set on Facebook the way I have been the last several sets. So today is me like seeing more cards for the first time on an episode like this than I have in a long time. So it's been really interesting and honestly exciting to see some of this stuff. I don't know whether I'll make it to a pre-release. Brian invited me to come hang out with him and Sam, but I just don't know whether I'm going to be able to be there. I feel like it's just like a last minute decision I'll have to make. But I'm thinking about it. I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him when they're going. Because I might show up and torment Sam for 4 hours and then leave again.
Yeah, I think they've already made plans for the Saturday afternoon one this time.
Nice. That'll be way better than the super late one like we did the last time.
Yeah, for Final Fantasy, yeah.
Is that it for you?
Yes, it is.
Nice. Brian did finish Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I don't think he's mentioned that on the show.
Oh, cool.
But he was... He didn't like 100% everything because he's not completely insane. But apparently when you get done, it shows you the stuff you didn't do. And he went, really? He said now he's trying to figure out what to do next. I was like, Baldur's Gate. He's like, I'm scared. I'm like, good. What have I got going on? I don't have anything going on. I got Baldur's Gate going on. I swear. I'm like I said before, I'm in Act 3. I hit the level cap. I'm very excited. All my guys are level 12 now. So I can stop trying to figure out what to do next with all of my builds. Most of my builds are just wizard. Druid. I have a few that, crashed into others. I think I'm totally going to do this again on a harder difficulty and try some more out there. Oh, my elbow. Try some more out there stuff. So yeah. Should be good. I've got a handful of builds that I've sketched out in a Google Doc to refer back to. I want to make like a dedicated archer and apparently abjuration wizard with their shield or whatever can get really stupid. And I'm like, I like stupid. I forget what it's called, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The wizard, abjuration, arcane ward. Yeah, there we go. I'm considering doing like an all wizard team. Like have my abjuration wizard as my tank, a blade singer as my melee damage, and then 2 other kinds of wizard as the other 2 parts of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe dip one into something else for a couple of levels. Stark said we call that the 3.5 party. I actually think I've heard of this. Whoops. But yeah, that's just me wandering around. It's entirely possible that when I'm done with Baldur's Gate, I'll be like, let's do another run, and then not touch it again for like 2 years. But see, on the second run, I can play it off stream, so it won't be so such a pain. Anyway. What else? I realized that I played one stream of Ori and the Blind Forest and then never went back to it because I just didn't. I was having some getting stuff done issues and was like, I just need to play Baldur's Gate. And also, I stopped Final Fantasy VI right at the midpoint. But that's okay because, see, that person who was out of commission for a year in between, the 2 parts, that's what this is representative of, these few months of not playing. So yeah, once I'm finally done with Baldur's Gate 3, I'm gonna go back and do all that stuff. Play more Ori, because the one stream of Ori I played was really good. I found myself not. I remember it, my hand or wrist or something was messed up. And I was like, I cannot hold a controller and do that. Because, it requires, reflexes and stuff. And then I was having brain issues and just wanted to play Baldur's Gate. And then I just didn't go back to it. So that's my bad. And Final Fantasy VI, I don't know what happened there. It's my favorite game, and I really didn't want it to be over, I guess. Also, if I finish Final Fantasy VI, then I have to start figuring out how to play Final Fantasy VII on stream. And I'm going to want to do some graphics mods and whatnot, and that's such a pain. So I'm pushing that off a little further by not finishing 6. That's how that works, right? Shut up, Mike. But anyway, so don't forget to go to patreon.com/themanapool if you want to help support what we do here. What with all of the podcasts and the streaming, and slightly less on the videos, but I'm working on it. Where am I going? That's where I'm going. There we go. And let me give our... What is this? Why is it every time I go to Patreon, it's got, hey, this is stuff that's changed that pops up? Every time.
There's working hard.
Yeah,
on the
working hard
experience.
to make things overly complicated. Benefit eligibility status. What does that even mean? Anyway, let me thank our Mythic Lifeguards before Patreon changes my bookmark. Let's see. Violet Moon, Al, Timu, Hellas Haru, Scuzzo, excuse me, Michael, Andrew Odie, Jason Kaus, Jason Doan, Casey, Jake Jansons, Kim Ho, and ALK Alters. Thank you all so very much. And everyone else at every tier, and everyone who just listens or hangs out and all that. Come hang out on stream. Yeah. And with that, I'm going to stop now because we've been going a while. So this has been episode 733. Whoops. Of the Mana Pool. Thank you all so very much for joining. And if you end up with great power, let's not forget the great responsibility that goes with it, huh? Thank you.